Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to properly test your target audience. So if you are somebody that does detailed targeting, or maybe you've gotten my alpha targeting method course, you've used my alphanumeric targeting method, and you're having difficulty in testing the audience because I've been getting a lot of questions. And the truth of the matter is that the success with the methods I have shown you is directly proportional to your level of understanding of the operation of Meta as a whole. The more limited your understanding, the less likely you are to actually get results following these methods I show you now. The mistake I see a lot of people make is that whenever they want to test an audience, what they do is that they come over to the budget section and they leave it at what? Campaign budget optimization. Take note, I said leave it at. There's a reason why I said leave it. Because when you want to create a campaign, a new campaign on default, it is at campaign budget optimization. This is how Meta leaves it. And a lot of people do not realize that it is strategic. The goal for Meta is to make you money. Some people think that, oh, Meta is after my life, Meta is planning me, they are frustrating me. It's a lie. Meta does not know you exist. Regardless of how much you spend, they do not know you exist. You understand? Anyway, they know I exist, cha. But they might not know you exist. Anyway, so if you look at the campaign as a whole, what you notice here is that when we select campaign budget optimization, you begin to see your budget at this particular level. Now, let me explain the disadvantage of this because it is not entirely bad, but there's a disadvantage to leaving your audiences, most especially when you are testing audiences at the campaign level. Now, let's take this 200 Naira for instance. Assuming your budget is 200 Naira. If you select campaign budget optimization, what you are basically telling Facebook is that Meta, I want you to find the ad set that is more likely to give me results and allocate a huge portion of the budget to that ad set. It's as simple as that. So in a situation where you have three ad sets, first of all, they might start with ad set A. They take 20% of the budget, they put it in ad set A. It runs for a period of time. After some time, they see that no others. What would they do? They move on to ad set B. Now, I'm using an analogy of somebody selling clothes here. You are seeing that the target audience, we have three target audience. This person is in this interest now. I'm targeting people interested in Gucci. In this interest, I'm targeting people interested in Louis Vuitton, LV. I'm also targeting people interested in Bottega. Now, with this type of target audience, if you have a budget of 200 Naira, let's say for the first ad set now, they spend 50 Naira. So they spend 15 Naira, no results. The second one, before it got to 20 Naira, they got in one order. Before it got to 15 Naira, they got in the second order. What do you think Meta algorithm would do? It would focus on that particular ad set. Just as you can see here, it will just focus there. And the budget to begin to enter. The reason why it focuses there is that Meta wants you to keep on spending money. I hope you know that running of ads, people who run ads on Meta account for a huge percentage of Meta's revenue, a huge percentage. And for them to keep on making money, they have to make us happy. How do they make us happy? By giving us what? Customers, giving us sales. And this is the reason why they select what? Campaign budget optimization on default. Is the reason why I made that first statement. That the mistake people make is that they leave their what? Campaign budget, or when they are creating a new campaign, they leave it on default as campaign budget. You see it now? So with this understanding, you begin to see things differently. They channel a lot of budget to maybe ad set B, whereas they've not even tested ad set C. And you might discover that they might just focus on that ad set for months, so long as maybe that campaign is active. They will just focus there so long as you keep on funding it, so that you keep on what? Funding, and they are making money. That is it. Now, is that bad? It's not bad, because at the end of the day, you are making sales, yes. But the disadvantage to it is that you might not truly understand the full potential of the audiences that you are trying to test. If you have 5 different audiences, maybe before they get to the third audience, they've already found a winning audience. And they'll focus here, neglecting the other 3 audiences. In your head now, you're like, wow, my campaign is performing well. Whereas you don't even know that you have 3 gold that you've not tested, you've not understood the potential. But if you come here and you select ad set budget optimization, what you are basically telling Meta is that Meta, relax. I want to handle my budget. So I want to decide how much I want to spend to test this audience. I want to decide how much I want to spend to test this audience. And I want to decide how much I want to spend to test this audience. Now, one other mistake I see people make when they do ad set budget optimization is that they begin to put different amount of budget for each ad set. Do not do this. Let me explain why. For instance, now let's just say you're a father or mother of 3 plates. Okay. Now you want these 3 plates to have good results in their school. As a good parent, what are you supposed to do? Provide equal amounts of what budget for their educational resources that would aid them in getting good results. But assuming you say, okay, no, because I like girls so much, or I love my girl child, I will leave the two boys and allocate more budget to the female child. Now, even if that female child ends up getting good results in school, does that necessarily mean the other two boys are not as competent as her or do not have the same potential as her? It does not mean that. You were just biased in what? Your method of educating the kids or sponsoring the kids. It's as simple as that. That is what happens when you leave it at campaign budget optimization. Meta begins to favor the child that brings result faster. The fact that a particular ad set brought result faster does not necessarily mean that particular ad set will be able to sustain that result for a long period of time. So with this understanding, you begin to see things differently. But in a situation where you have triplets, you provide equal amount of resources for these three kids to go to school and give you results. If one ends up doing very well, you know for a fact that that child deserves it because what you gave for child A, you also provided for child B, and what you provided for child B, you also provided for child C. So there is no excuse. The moment it is even 1% higher, what you gave child B was 1% higher than what you gave child C and child A. The result is already biased. So for you to have a fair result when you are testing your audience, make sure all the budgets are equal. Then secondly, with this understanding now, you begin to see that yes, I can test my audiences and what? Regardless of whether or not ad set A is bringing results, it does not affect ad set B because the budgets are independent of each other. It's not like Meta is trying to figure out who to share audiences to. No. So this is the best way to test it. Now, after testing, how do you know when to scale or when is the right time for you to use CBO? You use CBO when you have found your winning audience. For instance, if you are testing 10 different target audience, after testing these 10 different target audience, what you need to do now, maybe after a period of 20 days, you've gotten enough data, you see that, oh, out of these 10, I have three high performers. Those three high performers, you could put them in three different assets and do CBO. Why? Because you don't need the audience to prove themselves. You already know that they are good performing audience. You use CBO and allow Meta to allocate budgets to now the best performer. That is it. It's as simple as that. If you follow this simple analogy I gave you and this strategy, I can guarantee you that you would start finding more golden audience. I call it golden audience. I don't play with audience. You understand? I call it golden audience. So apply this strategy, give me your feedback, and I will see you again in the next lesson on somewhere else. Now, today happens to be my birthday because, and as a result of that, I'm going to be giving you guys something. So for a very long time now, a lot of people have been reaching out to me concerning my ad services or if I can help them as it relates to their e-commerce business. And I think, okay, what's the best way I can actually do this to help people at scale, right? So I decided to package a done for you service offer, okay? And I'm going to be launching it today. Today is my birthday and I'm launching this done for you service offer today. So for those of you who want to use my e-commerce service, or those of you who probably have a product or you're tired, you are trying to sell the product, you're not getting the type of result you want, this particular offer is for you. So what it does, it's under two categories. We have the products to profit done for you service and the zero to profit done for you service. The product to profit basically has to do with people like maybe you who has a product currently. You're not getting the type of result you want. You want somebody with experience to come and just help you set everything up from A to Z so that you start making sales, right? Yes, that offer is for you. Then if you're in the category where you don't even have a product, but you like this e-commerce business, you understand it, or maybe you've done it before, but now you don't have any product again, the product you were selling is saturated, then this particular done for you e-commerce service is for you, the zero to profit. So you don't have any product at all. What we'll do is that we're going to find you a winning product. We will test it, validate it in the market, build the sales page, everything from A to Z, set up the campaigns, launch it. The moment the ad starts performing very well, everything gets handed over to you to what? Run as your business. So that is it. And so if you fall into any of these two categories, just send me a DM, and the slots are very limited. Because the slots are limited, we can focus on making sure the people who have the slot get better and better results. So if you fall into any of these two categories, send me a DM and you're going to be getting a 50% discount if you take up this offer today. I'm talking about today because today is my birthday. But then if it exceeds today, the offer is still valid, but you're going to be getting it at a 25% discount. It is valid up until 5 days from now. 5 days from now. That is August 2nd. Okay. August 2nd, the offer will be expiring at a 25% discount. But people who will be getting it today, will be getting at a 20% discount. So this done for you service is going to help you set up your own e-commerce business, and the probability of failure is drastically reduced. The time you use to test product, test is reduced. You understand? The only reason I am giving out this winning product out to people who want to sell it is because the truth of the matter is that when you are doing e-commerce, you need to finance the product you are selling. And currently now we have about 4 products in our portfolio that we are selling ourselves, that I have funded myself. So to stock one of our products now, we're selling for 325k. 10 pieces of that product is about we're buying it for 233k. So 10 pieces is 2.3 million naira. Just 10 pieces. You can imagine. So aside from that, we have other products of 24.5, we have a product of 22.5, and we have a product of 39.5. You see now, these are 4 products we are currently selling as it is. So I have more than enough product that I am financing. Is the reason why I'm like, okay, rather than just holding this my archive of winning product, because finding winning product is a skill, just like any other skill. The ability to identify opportunities in the market and be like, oh, it gets to a point when you've done something over and over again, you can easily look at the product and know that this product will do very well. So we have an archive. It is from that archive that I'll be giving out people. But we're not just giving you, we are giving you and we are testing it, validating it before we give you. Even if it does not work well, we'll take on that one, test it, validate it, and give you. So as you can see, these are our results now for um, Q2 of 2025. Look at the results we generated. We generated 434 orders in total, you see, and we had a ROAS of 39.7 there. Now, if you look again, you see that our average cost per result was 1,255 naira on an average. The truth of the matter is that if you can get a ROAS of 4, 5, 6, it is considered very excellent globally, not just in Nigeria. So for us to be getting this type of result, you should know that we already have a formula that is replicatable. Okay. And if you look here again, let's just go to Q1. So from January till March, let's look at my results here. For those of you who do not even know how to access this type of dashboard, just go to ads reporting here and you'll be able to see it. Okay. You can customize the columns that you want to appear. So let's just say you don't want this column to appear. You can unselect campaign name and campaign name will disappear, right? So that is it. So as you can see here, we generated 773 orders in total, spent just 678k, generated 48.6 million. There are people who would ask me that, Obimas, the results are exceptional. Why are you not spending 100k per day? Why not? The truth of the matter is that if the results somebody would generate spending 100k per day, I can get that same result spending maybe 10k per day, spending 20k per day. So why do I need to spend that much? You understand? At the end of the day, you have to be very realistic. Everything we are doing now is directly proportional to our capacity. All the products we are selling, like I said, I'm financing it. Like this one is a product of 325k. Initially, we're selling it for as high as 375k. We've even started at 395. We now started to gradually reduce the price as competition increased. You understand? So all of these results I'm showing you in real time. The reason why I'm showing you the volume of results, if I want to start breaking all the results down, we'll spend forever. I can show you more than enough, but I'm just showing you within time frame, January till March, this till this, you see, so that you understand that it's not something that I just got lucky. You see that the results we generated in Q1 and Q2 dropped. Even the drop is still extremely exceptional. You understand what I'm saying? So, ladies and gents, if you want to replicate this result in your e-commerce business, or you want me to set up your own e-commerce business so that you can start getting this type of exceptional results, just send me a DM now or click the link or button below to sign up for my e-commerce done for you service package. Okay? Whether you have a product or whether you have no product, we can help you set up your e-commerce business properly, launch and scale. So see you guys when I see you.